was just intrigued by it. I couldn't believe how it could possibly work, you know. When I looked at the shape and looked at the fins, I was just like, how could that possibly work, you know? So I borrowed a friend's one, went for a surf on it, and was like most people, quite amazed. You know, it's actually a valid design and surfed really good. Quickly made myself one, sort of looked at my friend's one, changed what I thought needed to be changed. Sudden surfing tiny, crappy surf was a whole lot of fun again, you know? And you know, I got to like it so much that I started, you know, riding bigger surf, and of course, the initial design didn't really handle much over a couple of feet. As soon as I got in anything that's sort of a reasonable wave, I couldn't control it. I could feel there was some potential there, so I just started playing with design and tweaking the rocker, tweaking the concaves, the plant shape, and sort of after about 2 or 3 sort of tweaks, ended up at this one, which is the Mark II, and found that yeah, I could take this out, surf G-Land with it, surf the Bluff in WA. You know, I even took it out of Lennox one time just to see how it would go, sort of triple head high Lennox, and it actually handled it. So I was pretty pleased with that. You know, I realised that this was a really good valid design, and it was probably the first time for a long time I felt like, you know, I could actually go somewhere and just take one of these, and I could surf 1 to 2 foot surf, I could surf shoulder high surf, I could surf double head high, maybe even triple head high if I needed to, you know. Finally I have one board that actually, you know, could do everything. Mark II, which is really for guys coming off a shorter board and still looking for sort of a reasonable level of performance. These are pretty easy to jump onto. They do surf different, and it takes a different approach. And I think that's what people like too. It's like, there's a thing with these where the pressure's off in having to perform like a pro. It's like all of a sudden, oh okay, I can have fun here, you know. I can glide, I can do a really big, long, swoopy turn, you know. I can just stand here and look cool and I don't have to do anything, you know, because it just feels good anyway. And I think, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, the idea of going surfing is to have fun. It really is. And I think that's where these boards really excel, because they just make a lot of fun. They just make it a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, that's it. That's what we go surfing because we love it. It's fun.